You've been optimistic about Marissa Mayer, but still the task is going to be tough. What keeps you optimistic?
Well, I'm more optimistic about what's going on in China, Sarah, with Alibaba. We had the last value at $7 billion, and it looks like Alibaba is going to have an IPO. And I think there's another $7 billion at least coming out of Alibaba. And if you double the valuation, it's $14 billion before taxes. And that's more than $10 a share. So you have this tremendous upside on if Alibaba comes public and at what value. Then you go back to Marissa. The market's still valuing Alibaba at last sale, and Yahoo Japan at the current market price is still paying virtually nothing for $1 of domestic cash flow. There's about $1.6 billion of domestic cash flow. My own guess is it's going to go down before it goes up, but I don't think it's going to go down too much. If we value that at 8 times, which I think is a reasonable multiple, we get another $8 plus a share in the company, and if Marissa can really do something, the 8 multiple is probably too low. We'll go up to a 10 or 11 multiple.
So, Larry, there is the question, because much of what you're saying sounds like what we talked about before Marissa Mayer came in. All of this value locked up inside locked up inside Yahoo, Yahoo Japan, Alibaba, the financial case effectively for a higher share price. What about the questions that still hang over Marissa Mayer about an operating turnaround? Based on what you've seen her do and say thus far, is Yahoo a legitimate tech turnaround case, or is it really just a matter of the numbers and waiting for Yahoo to realize all of that locked up value?
Well, I think you have a pretty stable business, Eric, and they've made some analysis or some alliances. You're seeing the name of Yahoo more often. Some strong alliances in the finance area. They've increased their staff, so they're moving in the right direction. And I personally don't think we're going to see any fundamental evidence of Marissa's impact until the September quarter. And if I get it earlier, that's a bonus. But I think before the September quarter, I'm going to see an IPO from Alibaba. And 6 months ago, I told you on this show that I thought the stock was worth in the mid-20s. I would now tell you I think it's worth in the mid-30s. I think we've got a lot of call options here. We've got a call option on Marissa. We've got a call option on Alibaba. And I don't think they're going to take away our money if the call options don't work.
That would be quite something. If Yahoo gets to the mid-30s, it would erase the specter of Microsoft's $31 a share offer that was never taken. Larry, here's the question for you. We see Yahoo striking alliances. You made that point. We see Yahoo making some acquisitions, albeit small acquisitions. To some people, to the skeptics, they suggest that when Marissa Mayer came into the company, she found the cupboards bare. Not enough people who understand technology. Not enough people left. They'd all gone. Do you think that there's anything to that narrative, that she's striking these alliances and making these startup acquisitions because Yahoo intrinsically just doesn't have a lot to offer?
I don't see the engagement falling off the cliff, Eric. That's the only thing I'm legally allowed to know. I don't have any great insights in the quarter. If I did, if I got them from some employees, I'd probably be talking to the federal government rather than you. And I watch the engagement. The engagement's pretty good. I watch what advertisers are doing, and they're moving to digital. They're moving to the internet. I personally believe that Google and Facebook are going to take all the incremental growth in advertising over the next 5 years. So what we're looking at is a bunch of people paying social Darwinism for the rest of the ad dollars. Yahoo's one of that group, but the cash flows aren't worth nothing, and there's $1.6 billion of them. And it's a good bet, even if it's a problematic business, that they're worth 5 or 6. If Marissa is going to do something, and I don't think we're going to know that for another 6 months, right, those numbers are worth 9 to 10. Yeah. It's pretty simple, and so you have an awful lot of upside. And meanwhile, you've still got this cash hoard. And we don't know. Ken Goldman's a pretty sophisticated guy. I suspect they bought a lot of stock at pretty good prices. We'll find that out this afternoon.